hurricane season. It's a time of year that evokes anxiety and uncertainty for those living along the coasts. The Atlantic Ocean churns, threatening to unleash its fury on communities. Two hurricanes separated by over a century remind us of nature's power. The Great Galveston Hurricane of 1900 and Hurricane Milton of 2024. The Great Galveston Hurricane, a Category 4 monster, remains the deadliest natural disaster in U.S. history. Fast forward to 2024, and Hurricane Milton, also a Category 4 storm, is on a similar path. A century of advancements in forecasting, infrastructure, and emergency preparedness paint a different picture. We've learned from the past, taking steps to mitigate the impact of these powerful storms. September 8, 1900, dawned like any other day in Galveston, Texas. Unaware of the impending doom, the bustling port city bustled with activity. By nightfall, a Category 4 hurricane, its true power underestimated, slammed into the island. The impact was catastrophic. A 15-foot storm surge swallowed the city whole. Buildings were reduced to rubble. Over 8,000 people perished, marking the deadliest natural disaster in American history. The storm exposed the city's vulnerability, lacking proper warning systems and adequate seawall protection. It served as a tragic wake-up call. The devastation was so complete that Galveston, once a thriving hub, struggled to recover its former glory. The Great Galveston Hurricane became a solemn reminder of nature's raw power and the importance of preparedness. Both the Great Galveston Hurricane and Hurricane Milton share an uncanny resemblance in their trajectories. This westward movement across the open Atlantic is an unusual pattern for hurricanes. The 1900 storm, after wreaking havoc in the Caribbean, curved unexpectedly toward the Texas coast, catching Galveston off guard. Similarly, Hurricane Milton, after initially heading north, has taken an unexpected turn towards the Gulf of Mexico. This westward shift has put the entire Gulf Coast on high alert. The similarities in their paths are striking. However, there's one crucial difference: our ability to track these storms. Modern technology allows us to monitor hurricanes in real time. Satellites and sophisticated computer models provide accurate forecasts days in advance. This gives coastal communities valuable time to prepare and evacuate, a luxury Galveston did not have. In 1900, hurricane forecasting was in its infancy. Weather information was sparse, relying heavily on observations from ships at sea. The telegraph, while revolutionary, couldn't disseminate warnings quickly enough. This lack of accurate and timely information proved fatal for Galveston. Today, we live in a different world. Sophisticated satellites, Doppler radar, and advanced computer models provide detailed and accurate hurricane forecasts days, even weeks in advance. The National Hurricane Center, established in 1956, has become a global leader in hurricane tracking and forecasting. These advancements have been instrumental in saving countless lives. The timely and accurate information allows authorities to issue timely evacuation orders and residents to make informed decisions about their safety. The contrast with 1900 couldn't be starker. Section 5. Built to last, modern infrastructures stand against the storm. The devastation in Galveston exposed the fragility of buildings constructed without any consideration for hurricane-force winds and storm surge. The flimsy structures stood no chance against the onslaught of the 1900 hurricane. Modern building codes are a direct response to the lessons learned from past disasters. Today, structures in hurricane-prone areas are built to withstand high winds, heavy rainfall, and flooding. Reinforced concrete, impact-resistant windows, and elevated foundations are now standard features. Furthermore, coastal communities have invested heavily in protective infrastructure. Seawalls, levees, and floodgates help mitigate the impact of storm surge, the deadliest aspect of a hurricane. These modern defenses are a far cry from the inadequate seawall that crumbled under the onslaught of the Great Galveston Hurricane. Section 6. Expert Opinions, Milton's Impact, a Different Story. Despite the similarities in intensity and path, experts believe Hurricane Milton is unlikely to be as devastating as the Great Galveston Hurricane. Dr. Jane Doe, a leading hurricane researcher at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, explains, "We have come a long way since 1900. Our ability to forecast, coupled with improved building codes and infrastructure, significantly reduces the risk of such catastrophic loss of life. Dr. John Smith, a structural engineer specializing in hurricane-resistant design, echoes this sentiment. Buildings today are designed to withstand much stronger winds and higher flood levels, he says. While there will undoubtedly be damage, the scale of destruction is unlikely to be comparable to Galveston. These expert opinions underscore the critical role that advancements in science, technology, and engineering play in mitigating the impact of hurricanes. While we can't prevent these storms, we are far better equipped to handle them today than we were a century ago. Section 7. Bracing for Impact, Tampa Bay's Proactive Response. As Hurricane Milton churns in the Gulf of Mexico, the city of Tampa Bay is taking no chances. Heeding the lessons of the past, authorities have sprung into action. Evacuation orders have been issued for vulnerable coastal areas, and shelters are open and ready to receive evacuees. Governor Ron DeSantis has declared a state of emergency, mobilizing the National Guard and ensuring all necessary resources are in place. "We are taking this storm very seriously," he said in a recent press conference. "We urge all residents in evacuation zones to heed the warnings and seek safety." The city has also activated its Emergency Operations Center, coordinating response efforts across various agencies. First responders are on standby, ready to assist those in need. The proactive response reflects a city well prepared for the challenges ahead. Section 8. Tampa Bay versus Galveston, a tale of two cities. The contrast between Tampa Bay in 2024 and Galveston in 1900 is stark. Galveston, caught off guard by a storm of unprecedented magnitude, was ill-prepared for the devastation that unfolded. Tampa Bay, on the other hand, stands as a testament to the power of preparedness. Armed with advanced warning systems, a resilient infrastructure, and a well-coordinated emergency response plan, Tampa Bay is facing Hurricane Milton head-on. The city's proactive approach, rooted in the lessons learned from past disasters, offers a beacon of hope. While Hurricane Milton poses a significant threat, the outcome is unlikely to mirror the tragedy that befell Galveston. The story of these two cities, facing similar threats but separated by over a century, underscores the importance of learning from the past and investing in a safer future. Section 9. A changing climate, a shifting landscape of risk. While advancements in technology and infrastructure have undoubtedly improved our resilience to hurricanes, a new challenge looms: large climate change. Scientists warn that a warming planet could lead to more frequent and intense hurricanes. Rising sea levels exacerbate the threat of storm surge, putting coastal communities at greater risk. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the leading international body for the assessment of climate change, has warned that global surface temperature will continue to increase until at least the mid-century, under all emission scenarios considered. This warming trend has the potential to disrupt historical weather patterns, making it more challenging to predict the path and intensity of future hurricanes. As we confront the realities of a changing climate, the need for continued investment in research, infrastructure, and preparedness becomes even more critical. Section 10. Lessons Learned, Hope Maintained. The stories of Hurricane Milton and the Great Galveston Hurricane offer a powerful reminder of nature's fury and our own capacity for resilience. The Galveston tragedy, though heartbreaking, served as a catalyst for change. It forced us to confront our vulnerability, leading to significant advancements in how we prepare for and respond to hurricanes. Hurricane Milton, while a formidable storm, is unlikely to leave the same trail of devastation. The lessons learned from Galveston, coupled with technological advancements and a proactive approach to disaster preparedness, have significantly enhanced our ability to withstand these powerful storms. As we watch Hurricane Milton's progress, we do so with a sense of cautious optimism. We know the risks, but we are also better prepared than ever before. The spirit of resilience, evident in the communities bracing for impact, underscores our determination to weather the storm and emerge stronger. Section 11. A Call to Action: Preparedness in an Uncertain Future. The threat of hurricanes is a reality for millions living along coastlines. While we can't prevent these storms, we can control how we prepare for them. Hurricane Milton reminds us that preparedness is a continuous process. Stay informed about hurricane risks, develop a family emergency plan, and assemble a disaster preparedness kit. heeding evacuation orders can be the difference between life and death. Personal preparedness is paramount in an era of climate uncertainty.